So I'm Dean Robb. I'm the Vice President of Operations with Taziki's Restaurants. It's a small group that began in Birmingham, Alabama about 18 years ago, and now we're up to about 60 units. Brought my area directors here because this is my second time, and it added great value, and so I brought 5 other people with me this time to come for the 2-day seminar. The teamwork aspect of it, the efficiency, the protocol of the people working together so well to achieve a higher bar than most places. And so that's something I wanted to kind of instill. Plus the sanitation is the one thing I talked about with my people more than anything. I told them if I was going to have surgery, I would probably choose one of your kitchens to have it in over any other hospital I'd ever seen. But it's hard to capsulize. I mean, there's a lot of dimensionally very good things. I mean, processes are what I preach because I'm not a big rules person. But I think that the processes, once you create your standards and have processes to get those are much better than rules and much more effective. And people are the vehicle that we do all of our business with. So the philosophy of this matches my guidelines 100%. One thing will be, again, I will try the orientation process to do. I think we did a much better job after 3 years ago when I was here. Now I have 5 fingers to go with my hand. So I think the orientation process will improve dramatically, which helps retention, which just helps people have a better attitude as they begin everything. I think actually seeing the store efficiency and understanding the sanitation that I was talking about and the organizational aptitude will be a takeaway where the people that work with me will understand that it's not an unachievable thing that I'm talking about. I'd started a process when our CEO left in May. And so we really went back to a much more operationally based company. And Rusty and I work very closely together on that. So the steps that I've been talking about, from every shelf had to come 8 rings off the floor. Well, the health department said this only has to be 6 inches above. I want us to be able to see to clean under it. I want to be able to walk through a restaurant. I don't want to have our employees have a challenge to clean underneath it. I want it to be 8 rings high. And there was resistance. Why do I have to take everything out of my walk-in and do everything? And actually, even the last one, the only holdout we had, I took Matt and Patrick into one of my stores Monday morning of this week, and they were the last ones to comply, and we did it for them, not to embarrass them, but just to show them that we're not really asking. This is a new standard, and this is how we're going to implement it. And the next time, we'll bring someone else with us to take the store so it'll be implemented correctly. So very serious about standards, and that's one step, and there's just been 5 or 6 other things that we've been trying to line up, but it's all going in the direction that Taziki's, not that it ever got away from the model, but it was more big picture focused, so to speak, rather than really paying attention to operational values, which are what's going to be turned over to our guests anyway. So in this transition to bring area directors to this again, that we like so much as a group, is going to fortify the position that we're going to move forward from an operational standpoint. And operations will run our company, not bookkeepers or accountants or marketing people or anyone else. Operations will run the show. Oh. And PALS fits that 100%. I'd recommend this to anybody in any sort of managerial position or that has any efficacy over what anyone does, probably. I read a lot of books that aren't just restaurant books. Alistair McCaw has this great book, The 7 Principles of Great Leadership, of Great Teaching. And that's a book I'm reading right now, and he's a tennis professional. And so it's coaching, and it's really close. Some of the phrases or some of the things I'll write and talk to the people about are tennis. And my wife's a tennis pro, and she's a tennis instructor. And so, the phrase I put up most recently was, I'm not striving to be perfect. I want to be perfectly be able to cover my mistakes. So you're not so proud of trying to be perfect, but you're able, you're going to make mistakes because you make a lot of decisions. How quickly can you recover from the mistakes that you make? And so that's teaching people that mistakes are great because they're coaching moments, they're learning moments, they're something you can take forward with you. And I think this program has a lot to say about that too. It's exciting, it's fun, and it's the way it should be.